Howdy, pilgrims. We're out here in the Hell Creek, what do they call it, reservoir? Anyway, we're with the leading experts here, Clayton, the Dinosaur Cowboy, and we've got Mary Ann, the owner, where these fossils were found. And I just want to let you know this is a little adventure that I'm on now, and I'm going to turn it over to Clayton here and the crew. He's going to introduce everybody, and we're going to get a little crash course on a little dinosaur activity here. Take her away.
Well, I'm Clayton, like I said. This is Chad O'Connor. He helped with the excavation on it. And this is my son Luke. This is my son Daniel. This is Mary Ann. They own the land the dinosaurs are found on. This is Chris Morrow and Katie Bush. They're preparing the dinosaurs for us. And this is Michelle, a friend of ours. And I guess I'll start over here. We found these dinosaurs in 2006, and they moved them up here to Chris's lab after an extensive summer of excavating. And here we have the ceratopsian skull. This skull is probably about 90 to 95% complete. It was just starting to erode out of the hill, and the plant eater is what we first saw when we found the site. The pelvis is there were pieces of the pelvis washing out of the hill, and we followed the bone trail up and found the pelvis, and the femur was articulated into the pelvis, so we decided, well, we better start digging on this and see what we got. And anyway, we got around it and ended up finding two dinosaurs. One's a plant eater, one's a meat eater. And I don't think they were friends, but somehow they got trapped and buried together quickly, and turned out to be a world-class fossil. We flipped this skull over and prepped this side of it. Peter Larson and his crew from the Black Hills Institute came up and helped us flip it over and excavate it. And we actually found out from this skull that there was skin. There's patches of skin on this frill here, and before there was some speculation as to whether this might have had the frill on a Triceratops or Ceratopsians may have been keratin, but this proves that there was actually skin on the frill, which was debated.
So this would be the eye socket?
No, this is actually the nasal. This is the front beak. Here's the lower jaw. This is the back of the jaw, the hinge, and this is the jugal, and here's the eye socket right here. And this is the brow horns. And this particular dinosaur turns out to be a new species from the Hell Creek Formation. It's got short brow horns, as you can see, and it's got an extra horn on the eye socket that no other ceratopsian from the Hell Creek has. And I believe this is like a little tusk right here on the upper maxilla, sutured to it. So definitely got some interesting features that no ceratopsian from the Hell Creek has had before. And also another reason that we believe it's a new species is the ischium is straight on it, which we'll move around here and I'll show you that in a second. This is the rib section and the stomach jacket of the ceratopsian, and again, this was real close to the surface. You can see some weathering, that the ribs are fracturing and stuff. This was right on the surface. You can see some roots and stuff that were growing around the fossil, but here's let's see, right in here, let me see where it's at, right there. It's hard to see it, but there's a nanotyrannosaur tooth embedded in the right in the spine of this guy, and we're pretty sure that they died together in a death struggle. There's also here, when we separated the neck from the head and neck off this jacket to get it out of the ground safely, there's another tooth stuck in the neck of this ceratopsian right there. And these are shed teeth that were broke off, I'm pretty sure, during the battle. These two dinosaurs.
Unreal. And
here's the pelvic block of the ceratopsian. And as you can see, this is straight. Most ceratopsians come around and curve, and this one is a straight ischium. So that's a brand new to science as far as we know. Here's the lower leg, the lower right leg of the ceratopsian.
Unbelievable. That's the foot, correct?
Yep. The tibia and the fibula and the metatarsals and the digits and the unguals.
Look at the sizes. Here's a ink pen. How'd you like to have that stomp on you? You talk about road pizza, huh, buddy?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm pretty sure, I feel fairly confident, you know, I mean, we may never know exactly what happened at the site that caused these two dinosaurs to be buried together, but I have a theory that the way they were, and by the way they were laying in the ground, and some teeth that I found, some busted teeth of the Nanotyrannosaur were laying in between this foot and his skull, and his skull's crushed, by the way, of the theropod that was attacking this guy. I think this guy, you know, was snapping at the plant eater and may have even stepped on, the plant eater may have stepped on his tail because his foot's actually over it. If you see the how they laid in the ground, I think he may have stepped on this guy's foot, and this, you know, and the nano took a big bite out of the, you know, snapped at him, and then as this guy was probably maybe gasping his last, he kicked that guy in the face, and I think that's what, you know, broke his neck and his skull and caused them both to die right there. But it's all speculation, but it's fun to speculate.
Hey, why don't one of you little guys get up here and kind of lean over this, you can show them the size of that skull there. What kind of skull is that? Do you know that?
Nano.
A nano. See? How about you, young man? Check this out. What is that? Look at, you got a couple of them, right? You found? What do you got in your hand there? Nano. Did you find that?
Mhm.
Backing up after your dad, he was slacking a little bit, wasn't he?
Mhm.
He was? You're not supposed to say that. You want to talk about your sister? You said you wanted to trade her in, right?
Mhm.
For another brother? Alright, let's get back to the dinosaur.
Anyway, this is the Nanotyrannosaur that was laying in there beside this Ceratopsian, and we found this about, I suppose it must have been like 2 weeks into the dig. We were working around the tail of the plant eater and ran into some more bones, and darn if it didn't turn out to be a complete meat eater in there with him, but you know, that was a boom for all of us. Pretty dang sure things picked up from there. I think I threw my hat about 40 feet in the air and hooped and hollered, danced around, but yeah, didn't expect to see that.
There's no way you're going to fix this, right?
There's only to my knowledge, there's this would be the third time that any substantial meat eater, plant eater have been found together. One is the real famous fighting dinosaurs from Mongolia. That was a Protoceratops and a Velociraptor, and that one's world famous. And Dr. Robert Bacher has seen these dinosaurs, and he told me there was another one from China, a little known one. And I think he said it was a Dilophosaur and a sauropod, if I remember correctly. But it's not very well published, that one. But I suspect this one being the first one from North America, you know, it's going to be world famous someday. There's no question about it. It's if it's not number one in the world of paleontology ever, it's in the top 5.
So you've been working on this since 06, you say?
Yeah, we got them out of the ground, and we started, you know, brought them up here to the lab, and Chris started the initial preparation, and you know, he exposed a lot of the bones, and this is a gastralia basket, the second rib cage, and got the big arm here with the big old meat hooks on it.
Wow.
And you know, we're trying to find a home, and we're hoping, you know, it'll be here in the U.S. You know, when I first found these, you know, when it started to really sink in what we had, you know, my first thought was, man, these are Smithsonian material. You know, our National Museum. You know, that'd be a great place for them, and you know, I think that's a good possibility if we can find make the right connections and make that happen. That'd be wonderful. But
Here
you
at
know,
CK Preparation, you guys are continuing to unfold these, correct? You guys
Mhm.
working on them daily?
Not really. No, we've actually just prepped it enough so you can see what's
Right,
there,
okay.
and we're hoping, you know, that I guess it all depends on what the final place, you know, for the owner to what they want done with them.
Right.
And you don't want to prep them out of the jackets right now. And there's a lot of science left in these jackets that you know, that we don't have the ability to do right now. You know, they really need to be scanned in a big scanner. I'm pretty sure there's stomach contents probably still in them. There could be babies in them. You know, I think all that's going to be preserved. There's a thin envelope of skin around both of these dinosaurs, and we haven't been able to separate it very well on the Nano, but the Ceratopsian has great skin, which you can see right over there if you got enough time.
You got 8 seconds.
Big stop sign pattern of skin. And that's on the sacrum.
Better